This is not a drill. Vaults are emptying. Giants are buying. The silver market, as known, is shattering. If you truly believe your financial safe harbor is insured with paper, remember this. When panic strikes, the whole visionary fabric vanishes into thin air and shows that paper is poverty. That is only the ghost of money, not money itself. If you're holding real metal, congratulations. The rest, the time for excuses is at an end. The clock is ticking louder than ever. Silver's moment, not tomorrow, but now. All right, folks, some huge news just came out regarding China, and we gotta talk about this. First and foremost, make sure you subscribe. I post daily silver videos, so if you want to be kept in the loop on a daily basis, click subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss when I post. I'm also doing a giveaway on the 31st, just a few days away, over at Patreon. Go join the Secret Silver Society, patreon.com/silverslayer. Every single month, actually, members get a chance to win, because signing up, you get a raffle ticket, $5 a month, to win a $50 or $60 coin. There's only like 20 or 30 members, so your odds of winning are a lot higher than main channel giveaways. Plus, we have the live chat room. Go introduce yourself over there. We share pictures of our stack, ask questions, talk about stuff. It's a good time. And if you wanted to purchase any of this shiny stuff, send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Slayer sent you. We have weekly specials, great prices, massive inventory. All right, folks, thanks for listening through all of that. Now let's talk silver. Bullion banks on the brink. China raids silver as Jefferson's warning comes true. China raids silver vaults as bullion bank empire teeters. Is this the end of the paper Ponzi? I like what they said in the introduction, where they said paper is poverty. That is a really good way to put it. It truly is, because when you are invested in or have your money in anything pegged to the dollar, that's going down with it. That's like switching seats on the Titanic. And ironically, JP Morgan sunk the Titanic to start the Federal Reserve in the first place. So it all comes full circle. But anyways, that's a whole separate video. Let's talk about this. It's here. The reckoning that silver buyers feared, prayed for, and demanded, arriving as a freight train no longer seen only by the underground, but now by anyone watching vaults doors slam shut and bullion bankers scramble for the exits. Anatomy of a cartel collapse. For generations, a cartel of 4 to 8 bullion banks, colossi with influence stretching from Wall Street to the City of London, have dictated the fate of silver and gold by weaponizing paper contracts. They suppressed real price discovery, diluting physical market signals with a flood of leveraged short and phantom ounces, right? Ounces that aren't truly there, but are portrayed as, and the price is set as they are. But as 2025 unfolds, the magnitude of their scheme isn't just being exposed, it's coming unglued. This year alone, bullion banks were caught short amid mind-bending 211 million ounces of silver on the COMEX, more than any single nation's output. July's blowup saw 483 million ounces dumped on the futures market in a single hour. A move so naked it revealed desperation, not confidence. The market rebounded, gashing the shorts with losses and making paper to physical ratios an apocalyptic 378 to 1. Meaning every ounce you hold, 378 other people theoretically think they own that same ounce, right? They think that paper contract, if wanted to turn into physical, is in a vault somewhere. But if everyone tried to turn in their contracts to physical, you would see that we are 378 people short of that ounce, 377. LBMA and COMEX inventories are being drained at alarming rates. Just in the first quarter, LBMA volumes collapsed by 14%, plunging inventory from 827 million to 711 million ounces. COMEX vaults saw over 600,000 ounces ripped from availability in a single July day, now repeated weekly. Meanwhile, the world's so-called masters of risk are hurrying to reduce their exposure in stealth, covering shorts, dumping exposure, and feigning normalcy. All as long dormant price volatility reawakens like a beast. And right now, you're still going to see most people look at silver's price. Maybe it's on the radar a little bit because, we are getting up near 40, but they're still looking at silver's value from a paper perspective, looking at silver from the lens of the average person, which is wrong, entirely wrong. I always say, once you understand the dollar's true value, you'll understand silver's true value. And no amount of fiat can equal or amount to something that has intrinsic value. No matter who says that 1 ounce coin is worth what is irrelevant, because the coin's value is the silver inside of it, the 1 ounce inside of it, not the price tag. The price tag is irrelevant. The price tag's an illusion. The price tag is worthless. China's full frontal silver blitz, piercing Western opaqueness. More than 2,600 tons of silver concentrate bound for Shanghai were loaded onto a vessel at Peru's wherever, in Peru. If the Western banks were the orchestra, China now leads the raid on the vault. In 2025, Beijing isn't just buying silver in polite, regulated markets. Its state agencies and proxies are scouring South America, paying above market rates to buy silver concentrate and doré right at the mine head. Andy Schectman has been talking about this for well over a year. Actually, last year, Andy Schectman and Sean Kun on our podcast talked about this. And that was last October. This is not new. Starving Western refiners and depleting visible supplies. Chinese customs records show over 340 tons imported in a single recent month, well above trend and at premiums that scream urgency. The result? Once sleepy warehouses from Shanghai to Peru now echo empty. The global float is contracting as China moves metal into private, unreported hands, making the true free supply vanishingly scarce. Industrial demand exploding as solar and tech giants scramble in China's wake to merely secure an allocation. The West debates, China reacts. Shadowboxing in the gold market. The manipulation is just as brazen in gold. Years of coordinated shorting have kept the lid on prices, with the same cadre of banks wielding leverage against price signals and honest money. Yet, as shorts now rush to quietly cover, analysts like Ed Steer warn, quote, nobody knows what the real market price of gold or silver even is. Suppression is the only thing standing between current prices and a true monetary revaluation. The Great Reset, when suppression fails. The fuse is lit. Price suppression can't survive sustained vault depletion. That's so important, right? That is so important. That is why silver still has potential. Because you would say, let's say all these new stackers or potential stackers see my videos and say, Slayer, why would you invest into something that's rigged, that's manipulated? If they're holding it down and you know that, then why would you get in? Because that type of manipulation, suppression, cannot last forever. Voraciously physical demand and a mass exodus of big short sellers. When that control breaks, silver doesn't just rally, it detonates. Triple-digit silver, gold north of 10,000, no longer fantasy but mathematically certainty when years of monetary inflation meet the unavoidable logic of a suppressed market set free. Jefferson's warning echoes with the bullet. Rewind to America's founding and Thomas Jefferson's dread is already prophecy. Quote, paper is poverty. It's only the ghost of money and not money itself. History's most far-sighted statesmen foresaw today's farce, the decay of true money via industrial scale paper issuance. The world is waking to the reality that silver and gold are stores of value while trust in paper evaporates. The final lesson, don't trust the banks, which I'm sure none of us do. Ed Steer's grandfather knew the score. Never trust a banker with your future, especially when their last defense is to hoodwink the public into complacency as they themselves flee the scene. This is not a drill. Vaults are emptying, giants are buying, the silver market is known as shattering. If you believe your financial safe harbor is insured with paper, remember, when panic strikes, the whole visionary fabric vanishes into thin air and shows that paper is poverty. That is only the ghost of money, not money itself. If you're holding real metal, congratulations. The rest, the time for excuses is at an end. The clock is ticking louder than ever. Silver's moment, not tomorrow, but now. Get real, get physical, or get left behind. Like I always say, if you can't hold it, you don't own it. Get the physical metal. Physical metal, folks. This is important stuff. This is all coming together. All of the stars are aligning. All of the puzzle pieces are starting to fit together. Right? It's all starting to happen. And you're either going to be someone that is protected or screwed. It's that black and white. Owning precious metals, you are protected. Not in your money's in your savings account or anywhere else, even stocks, you're screwed. Anything pegged to the dollar is going down with it. That's why you want to take the control, the power away from them and put it into your own hands. And gold and silver is the only way to do that, unfortunately, or cryptocurrency, but that's a little sketchy itself for its own reasons. So really, safe haven assets like precious metals, they're called safe havens for a reason, right? There's for a reason. Protect yourself. Protect your family. You don't want to be the person that knew about gold and silver and still didn't buy it. Then all of this comes crumbling down and you said, man, I should have done it. That's going to be way worse than people that just are oblivious, that don't know about gold and silver. Imagine knowing about it and still not doing it. And then all of this happens and you knew. The whole time you knew, but you didn't do anything. At least the people that don't know, they'll be like, oh, I didn't even know that gold and silver is an option. But imagine how much regret you would feel if you knew and still didn't. Like the people that knew about Bitcoin in 2016, but didn't buy it. The normal everyday person didn't even know. So it's not as, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't sting as bad. But knowing and still not doing it, that's way worse. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I love you all. My daughter started kindergarten today. I'm about to go pick her up in about 30 minutes. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you go support me over at Patreon or buying from Miles Franklin or, becoming a channel member on here or whatever the case is, buying from ag47apparel.com. Anyway, so even just watching the videos and liking and commenting and sharing and watching till the end, all of that helps as well. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. From now on, every single month on the 31st, you have a chance to win silver, a continuous silver giveaway. Well, if you become a member of the Secret Silver Society on my Patreon, you have that opportunity. So every single month, you have something exciting to look forward to, which would be winning silver. On top of that, you'll have access to a live chat room with other silver stackers where you can post pictures and chat, just hang out with everyone, and have early access to my videos along with supporting me. If this is something you'd like to do, then come join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/silverslayer. Upon joining, you'll be given a monthly raffle ticket and instant access to that chat room. Go introduce yourself. Everyone is super nice, and it's more personal and intimate than a YouTube comment section. Folks, I'm so excited to announce that I've partnered with American medical experts, whose purpose is helping veterans get the medical benefits that they truly deserve. Over 17 million veterans aren't receiving their full benefits, and if this is you or someone you know, then act now. American medical experts are offering free consultations through our med team to see how we can help. The med team offers board-certified doctors who have experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical evidence for services like mental health as well. Some of these include your Nexus letter, your DBQs, your TDIUs, your AAs, and more. I want to personally thank American Medical Experts for helping veterans, but also giving me an opportunity to help veterans as well. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get a free consultation through our med team. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless.